have a fucking bone to pick with the self-improvement industry. So first of all, I've been over social media for a while now. I just watched the video of me talking about like a detox happening in March on this camera actually. And I'm actually crying because I'm like trying to fight the fact that I want to be on social media. I want to have this community and like it's just not working out for me because you go on there and I've been kind of getting cringed out. Like, okay, where do we start? Okay. This is for you if you don't know who the fuck your identity is and you keep switching your bio, you keep switching your title that you call yourself, you don't know what you want to do in life. Yeah, it's because we're never, first of all, your soul is like really special and unique and everyone's is, but we don't want a title. We want to be free. We want to learn lessons as to why we're overcoming challenges or we're feeling challenges, or we want to know why we don't feel enough. But when you put like all this self-help bullshit on top of not feeling enough, not feeling worthy, oh, if I get that, I'll be happy. If I get this, I'll be happy. Yes, you'll hear it from the fucking raindrops. Raindrops. You'll hear it from the rooftops. Be that person now. Nobody tells you how to do that. And so I'm going to share one personal story. I had to neutralize the amount of money I have now, my situation now. I had to neutralize all of these things. And more neutralize, like more like, ugh, I don't give a fuck about it anymore. Like, how is my life okay now? Like, how am I good now? And what I did was I went and I started caretaking for myself and I started doing things that I never had time to do because I was so busy scrolling. I was so busy trying to get ahead. I'm so busy trying to figure out who my identity was. And also squeeze in a little bit of people pleasing because when you're down bad, you're just like, oh my God, I need community. So you accept your past, you accept like not putting yourself first, which is as a woman, you need to be putting yourself first. You need to be a little bit of like selfish. It's not, oh, my cup is full, let me be selfish. It's your cup is most definitely not full. You have to make sure that you're good now. Like, for example, like before getting a going to take this video again, and I've been having some trouble with these damn cameras and my iPhone wanting to act up and memory here, okay? We are coming back from a long time of chasing. My nervous system has been telling me for a while, okay, my intuition has been telling me for a while, like, girl, you are not happy and you're trying to make this social media thing work. You love to talk, you love your podcast, but like you need to go take care of yourself. And I just I just like and most recently, like I'm not shaming myself. I love myself so fucking much, as you should, but like I had to question, like, why was I calling myself a coach? Was I coming online and people were like, oh my gosh, like yes, they were saying things, but like were people actively saying like, oh my gosh, you're like the best coach? Like no, I was calling myself that because I was trying to figure out what my identity was, because when your new one is not here, right, and it's ever fucking changing, you have to love the now. You and that advice is true. You have to act like you are that girl now. But you don't do that by just feeling the feelings and then going and doing the same habits and belief systems and attachments and addictions to your phone, to like what other people think. And I cried in my last video because I shut down for so long and I could have been sharing all this wisdom. And I did actually have a podcast since March and it was all audio because I was so afraid of like front facing content. And I've just like simultaneously have been the most growth and the most intellectual information I've ever learned, and my life has changed forever, but my frequency was low key the same. So I was getting sick and fucking tired of like just people not being themselves, but most importantly, like I wanted to be myself. Who am I? And honestly, when you are creating this new identity from love and from not trying to fix yourself, every time you reach one goal, there's another version of yourself you're told you need to become. Like, girl, I'm over it. I'm over it. Like, and I didn't want to be on YouTube because it's a slow burner and I wanted everything to be fast, like how I was in survival mode. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I should be. Why am I not here? Why am I not? If that's in your echo of your mind, we have to start challenging why they're there. So, yeah, no, I don't know. I've been mad at social media for a little while because everything that I thought I knew about what I wanted isn't actually what I wanted. Ever since actually neutralized, what if nothing ever worked out the way I wanted it to? My life stays the same right now. I started being like, well, I'm already here and I'm already fucking having a great old time with myself. I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly challenging myself, and I'm moving forward with that. So I don't know what it feels like to be on the other side. So I'm already like my dream girl right now. And I think that's what they mean, like be that version of yourself right now. Obviously, there's some resentment there that we need to, you know, deal with because it's more of like a whatever. I have my life's fine right now. But I don't know. I was just like getting so tired of everything. And there's some videos that's going to be so, and this is what I was afraid of too. I was afraid of like evolving in public and saying like I don't know, or like not having all the answers. Here's the thing. I've helped a lot of people out in my life. I've had the intuition to be able to help others. I've been a vessel. I've channeled. I've done crazy things in my life, but like I am so afraid of not having the answers. I was so afraid of not having the answers. These words are going to help someone whether or not I think I know the answers or not. Like I'm going to plant something in someone's like mind. But right now, I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know who the fuck I am. I just know that like there's more to life than to like be a coach or to post on social media till I'm blue. And I love social media. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of fun on it. I've met a lot of great people. But like, have you ever asked yourself who the fuck you are without your goals that you've had? Maybe your goals came from lack. Maybe your goals came from feeling like you want to belong. Maybe it came from childhood, like things. And I'm also like, I don't know. I feel like I just had another breakthrough. Like I'm not going to be available to things like if someone isn't making the time. Like I need to lock in, but lock in and not like a hustle way. Like I need to lock in on myself. I need to do the things that I deserve. Like I deserve to have meals, cook meals. I deserve to have a clean home. I deserve to actually get started on this YouTube channel and slowly get better and better at being on YouTube, because like something about YouTube is like really intimidating when I could take this mic and walk around the house and it's just a lot easier. I always say the Holy Spirit, God, universe, source, whatever, they push you to do something. You have like all this confidence to start it and then you have to like maintain it. But that's what I have right now. The cycle. I have like my little notes. Lose 10 pounds. Now build more muscle. Now wake up at 5 a.m. Now optimize your morning routine. Now heal your inner child. Now regulate your nervous system. Now become that girl. The finish line keeps moving. And I'm over it. I'm all for having goals. When are we going to get taught to do things with love and not start becoming a new persona until we actually learn to love the obstacles? We learn to love our electromagnetic field, our world, our reality, the good and the bad. That is unconditional love. Source is a filler word. That is the closest thing to what Source wants us to have. When you start having appreciation for things and you start seeing things from all perspectives, it's easier to change from a place of being, you're just observing yourself. Like, oh wow, I did that action. Oh, I waited around at the beach for someone who was like an hour late. Oh, I let someone cancel the day of when it was supposed to be a phone call with. No, I'm not available for these things anymore because I get to choose what my life is like, and then I get to keep moving forward and send love to the things that I'm accepting in my life, and then also be like, oh, well, that's why I always felt like I wasn't chosen, because I'm not choosing me. And then I'm also allowing someone else to treat me the same way that I treat myself. Your reality is always reflecting back out to you. Game fucking changer when you can learn to love everything. And you're not, it's not to say like, oh my god, push all the things down and you know, don't ever have bad feelings again. It's how can we how can we challenge ourselves, how can we love who we are right now, and then grow from that. And then you have goals, you do it in a way that is just not forcing something on yourself because you feel like you should do it. You're gonna have to push yourself to do things. You're gonna have to strengthen that intuition and be like, do I need to do this right now? But the feeling that I'm trying to describe is always feeling like you're gonna miss out on something if you don't keep up. That's what I was sick and tired of. And if I'm being honest with myself, like the ambition came from trauma. I'm much more interested in how I feel and just getting to know myself, getting to know who I want to be. Motivation is going to, I'm telling you right now, your motivation is going to get lower because a lot of our ambition and motivation comes from imbalanced emotions, imbalanced feelings towards our life and what we don't have. The gap is real big with this self help development community. The gap is supposed to get smaller. We're supposed to be pushing each other to get smaller with the gap, with not feeling like someone's better or worse than you. If you have a desire that someone else has, it's just a proof that it's there. It's there for you to accept it if you'd like. Let out your cries, let out your madness, but also observe why you are the way you are. Observe why you do the things you do without shaming yourself. Show so much love to yourself. And don't compare your journey to other people's. If your life is chaos right now, it's actually a good time to slow down because everything in your external world is a reality is a reflection of your internal world. So we can sit here and we can boycott this. Once you fix this, then you'll be confident. Once you buy this, then you'll glow. Once you master this habit, then you'll be successful. The underlying message to all of these things, especially my fellow bingers, I love YouTube, I love podcasts, I love books. It basically says who you are today isn't enough. And I'm over it. Fucking over it. I want to say whatever the fuck I want to say. I want to help people get out of a funk. I sat in a funk and I didn't post on YouTube for so long because I was just so like, oh my God, what if I'm too woo woo? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I don't make sense? What if I don't know what to say? What if I trip over my words? I used to be more confident when I was like in survival mode. I always had something to say. But and also I was like, when I was outside in the outside world, I was also like really quick with my toe. Why do I keep saying quick with my toes? Quick with my small talk. And now I'm like, why am I doing the small talk? Because I don't want the other person to be uncomfortable because I'm perfectly fine with just staying quiet. Oh, so many questions, so many identity shifts, and everybody acts like they have it together. And yeah, maybe one day I will feel like that, and then the next day I won't. And I think the beauty of life is like always finding out more about yourself, challenging yourself, and figuring out why the gap is so big and what you're chasing. And I know I might blow up some people's minds because I didn't realize this for a while that the self-help development community and the spiritual community is like this one big, you need to do this and you need to buy this and then you'll have this. And we don't realize it because we like spiritual bypass all these things, or we like put a bunch of good habits to follow. We don't tell people the foundation and the base of things. Anyways, self-improvement isn't the enemy. That's not what I want to say here. Because learning is beautiful, growth is healthy, building discipline can improve your life. I like to call it devotion. And therapy, fitness, and education can all be incredibly valuable. Spiritual education can be incredibly valuable. Um, the question is, where is this desire coming from? Where is the desire to grow from? Is it coming from love? Is it coming from curiosity? Is it coming from self-respect? Or is it shame? Is it fear? Is it feeling like you'll finally deserve love? You'll finally get this, you'll finally get that. And you can trick yourself into thinking you're already there. Because I did that for so long. I'm like, I'm learning the things, but like, what the fuck? My life isn't changing. And like that stress in my stomach and that feeling of not good enough and shame that I just recently found out about, that was there the whole time under good habits. You can have attachments to your routines, attachments to self-help. And when people make it their whole life, oh my God. Oh my God. Like I was there. I'm not judging, I'm not shaming. But like, oh my gosh, I just like woke up to like there's so much more to life. I want to experience life I want to be friends with all walks of life. And if somebody doesn't want to be my friend because I talk the way I talk and I have interests maybe in self-help and spiritual community and whatever, so be it. But I want to accept people for who they are. I also don't want to be that person that's like down someone's throat trying to tell them what to do with their life. I don't want to identify as a coach. I want to identify as a girl. A girl who just loves to learn and loves to help people, but also there's so much more to her. And that's my big thing that I've been really asking myself, like, if no one could see your success, would you still want it? How much would you want it? Because I know people could, well, of course I would still want it, but like, how much would you want it? Is it more important because of other people seeing it? If you already believed you were enough, what would you still choose to improve? Once I let go of like, I'm good, I'm chilling. Like, maybe, yes, of course, there's goals. Maybe I'm lost. I don't know. My identity keeps shifting. All these things, but like a lot of the care for what others think and like just a lot of the goals that I had that I made sure I stayed on top of, they slowly started going away. The motivation stopped coming because my desires were coming from another place that I just was like on autopilot with, until I was like, why am I even doing the things I'm doing? So the difference between growth from wholeness versus lack, you're when your growth from when the growth is from lack, you need to become someone else. When the growth is from wholeness, it's like, I like who I am and I want to keep expanding. And that's the little sweet spot that you want to keep yourself at. And you always have to check yourself for which one you're currently on, because the brain and the body and the neural pathways can be super sneaky. And when I realized like I was never satisfied and that I was still in the same place and that I was like really just stuck and I was freezing and I didn't know what, there was just so much overwhelm of what to do next and who can help me and who can guide me to the next direction, what next course would be like, maybe if I knew more of my intuition, maybe if I trained more of my intuition, or like had a coach. And I was like, let me chill out from all of that right now and let me ask myself, when do I actually enjoy being me? When do I actually just really, my goal is to be present, to yap, be present, enjoy life, and to already be whole from within. And that's why it's so important to really begin the journey of unconditional love within yourself, which means that you have to face the mistakes that you made. And you have to look at it from a bird's eye point of view, no matter, you have to go into the pain. There's no way out of this. Yes, I know you've heard this, like healing journey, but you have to cry it out and then you have to remind yourself who the fuck you are the next second. And always challenging why you're doing the things you're doing, or why you're all of a sudden in a rush, or when you look in the mirror, what are your thoughts? I hope you know that, like, even this video, right? I didn't know what to say, and that in the past would have made me feel like I shouldn't have posted, or I had difficulties with my camera. Both, I had to delete some videos from this camera, and then my camera here was on my iPhone, like memory was full. That would have been like, oh my god, it's not meant to be. Like, why is this so hard for me? And so I just grounded into, okay, what can I delete from this camera calmly? And then when I put back this camera again, I'm just gonna let whatever comes out of my mouth come out, and that is going to be the video, whatever's on my mind. And then there's probably going to be weeks where I feel grounded. Like, it's a learning process. Be more honest with yourself, accept yourself for who you are. If you would like more practical ways to do that, and how I've been going along this journey, and how I'm so sick of like the transformation talk, and just don't identify yourself with something and then become that thing. And we can kind of get obsessed with self-development or the spiritual world or anything that you just cope, like you hold on to, and then you think that you have to make like a business out of it, or you have to be this, you have to do this in order to get that. And it's not, I could cry at how like a lot of people don't feel enough yet. when it's so life is so much more fun when you start learning to give love to yourself every day, challenge why you are doing the things you're doing, and become more you, and then you get to expand on maybe trying new things or goals. And all it is, it takes like just going through something that maybe not is not that comfortable to do, and it's like, but why am I doing this? But why being that toddler that just keeps asking yourself why, and giving yourself more stillness. And this is just the start of it, the start of not knowing what my identity is, but just going with the punches. But I'm grateful for myself for literally, this is like take 4 probably. And I will see you in the next video. If you're listening to the pod, I will see you in the next episode. I love you. Bye.